We have an amazing success story. We're with Erin today. Erin and I have done some amazing work together, some healing, and much more. So she is finally feeling like her old self again, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about her journey. So let's do just that, Erin. When you and I first met, and we hopped on a call, what was it that you were experiencing and that you were frustrated with?
Yeah, I was back in February of this year, 23, and I was days away from my 43rd birthday and really feeling just exhausted. I had gained a lot of weight. I wasn't sleeping well at night. But more than anything, I was just physically and emotionally exhausted,
Yeah.
not sure of what was happening with my body and really looking for options for how to deal with that and how to get back to my old self.
Yes. So we put a plan in place, and really, when would you say you started to notice some differences?
I mean, pretty soon, I would say within a couple of weeks, I started on the lemon water daily. I started on the adrenal cocktail with the coconut water and the lime. And those were some easy things to implement, along with the B12 and the magnesium, and just an easy way to start into the program while I continue to work on my diet.
Yes. Yes. And so we started doing some health and healing work, really helping increase some energy levels, start some healing in the body, helping with sleeping, nourishing the body. And then we kind of took a turn, right? So then you're like, okay, Kim, tell us a little bit about your journey, your weight journey.
Well, I had always been relatively active and in shape. And over the last year or so, I had gained 30 pounds, which seemed, completely unexpected, almost like it had happened overnight. And I've been an emotional eater. So I'm one to eat. I'm not hungry, but to eat when I'm bored or sad or frustrated. So I had to learn to kick that habit. But I also had to take a hard look at, what I was eating and how I was fueling myself, because I would sometimes restrict and not eat enough food and then eat too much food, and then you get caught in that yo-yo experience.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And so much awareness. You've brought in so much awareness to your old habits and how you wanted to shift and change those. So, where are you today? Right? We are just wrapping up. We've had our review session. Where are you today, and what changes have you experienced over our time working together?
Yeah, so today I am 30 pounds lighter. I sleep through the night. I don't crave sugar the way that I used to. Throughout this process, I was diagnosed with celiac disease. And so I had to make some pretty serious lifestyle changes overnight. And I think your program was huge in terms of helping me handle that and learn what I needed to eat in order to actually nourish my body. But I think the most important thing is it's just changed how I look at food, and I don't look at it as a source of comfort. I look at it as you need to be nicer to yourself. Right? You need to eat food that's good for you so that you feel good.
Oh my gosh, girl, such an amazing transformation. What would say there's another lady watching this, busy, burnt out, exhausted, not sleeping well, maybe emotional eating, all the things that you were dealing with. Like, what kind of advice would you give to her when it comes to these concerns?
Yeah, like all women, I'm great at giving advice, but not always great at taking it. And I do work full time. I have kids.
Yeah.
So I would put myself last a lot of the time, doing things for my kids or for other people. And so at a certain point, enough has to be enough. And you have to just make the time for yourself and basically treat myself the way that I would treat my kids. Um, and it is hard. I feel like sometimes I don't have time for it, but the reality is I don't have time for the other either, right? Being out of shape and tired and exhausted. So I just decided to make the time for myself.
Oh my gosh, Erin, that is so amazing. That is, I mean, if you don't, I mean, I have goosebumps. That's incredible. We call it choosing your hard, right? It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard regardless, but
Mhm.
you get a choice. And that's what you did. And you stepped up and you showed up and you asked the questions and you did the food journals and you really started to understand your body and shift and change. And now you're 30 pounds down. You've doubled, if not tripled, or you even more with your energy. So
Yeah.
that is amazing and fantastic. I'm so happy for you. The
Yeah.
biggest thing
Thank
that you
you.
had said before that really stands out to me. Well, one, you said, I feel a trillion times better, Kim.
Yes.
And you said, I feel like my old self again.
I do. I feel like I got sidetracked a little bit, and I think we all do as moms, or with work or with a relationship. Now you kind of lose sight of yourself, but I do feel so much better, and I feel like my old self. And I think 10 months ago, I didn't think it was possible. I just was almost to the point of accepting, well, maybe this is just how it's going to be. I'm just going to be tired. I'm just going to be whatever feeling I was. But I think that deep down inside, I knew that there was something better that was possible. So I'm super happy, glad to be on the other side.
It's so amazing the work you've done, and it's been a journey for you, and
Yeah,
you've shown up to each step of that journey, and you've had to pivot, and you did it. And like you said, it's not always easy, but man, it's worth it to feel this
it
good.
is worth it. And I had to get rid of my all or none mentality. I used to think if I, couldn't lose 10 pounds in a week, it just wasn't worth it. And I had to just learn that, any kind of positive step forward is just that. And to be patient with myself and to set some realistic expectations.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much for sharing your story today. It's so
You're
beautiful.
welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your transformation's awesome and it's inspirational. And I'm just excited. I'm excited for you to be able to just feel amazing. And now you have even some more goals that you're going to work towards. So awesome work, Erin. And thanks for sharing your story.
Thanks, Kim.